Former USA men's national team goalkeeper Tim Howard has said Pep Guardiola has ruined football. He says Pep Guardiola has taught everybody they can play expansive football. They can't. He went on to say one of the problems with Greg Berhalter and why they ultimately failed under him was that Greg wanted them to be able to play that expansive style of soccer. When we look here at the quote, he says, what Greg Berhalter did was, you look back at my generation, we are a bunch of tough, rugged guys. We had a couple match winners. He got this team to believe they could compete and be expansive and play well in forward areas. I think what happened was, in all ways, Pep Guardiola has ruined football. Pep Guardiola has taught everybody that they can play expansive football. They can't. Not everybody can do it. 3 teams in the world can do it really well. Tim Howard would expand on this by saying he hopes new USA men's national team coach Mauricio Pochettino learns from these mistakes and will implement a more pragmatic style for USA men's national team. He also pointed to successful Pochettino teams that did very much the same. But is Tim Howard correct about this? Has Pep Guardiola ruined soccer for the rest of the world? The answer is no. And here's the thing. Pep Guardiola might be the most influential soccer coach in the past 20 years. In fact, I would argue he is the most influential coach since his mentor, Johan Cruyff. However, there are dozens of different coaches that have different ideas, many of which have been very successful. I actually am going to be making videos on another coach in Brazil, Fernando Diniz, which is very different from Pep Guardiola. But is there some nuance to this? Of course there is. What Tim Howard is correct about is not every team has to play this way. What he's wrong about, though, is that there are way more than 3 teams that can play either this expansive style of technical soccer or even positional play. Not to mention, there are compromises. And with youth soccer development, we need to be encouraging American players to play as technically and as creative as they possibly can. Because we don't want just a bunch of rough, tugged guys, maybe 1 or 2 match winners. We want to have a team of the best soccer players in the world. And the only way we can do that is if they learn how to play that technical, expansive, and sophisticated soccer at an early age.